Mary. I needed that, Mary. Thank you.
I know how hard it is.
What? Just stop smoking for 2 days?
Yes.
He's
2 days,
still
9
eating.
months, whichever.
He's still eating gummies though. He ain't see he left that part out.
Oh damn!
See, you jumped too fast.
Look at him, always telling somebody business.
You
Hell,
jumped
never
too
fail. This
fast.
nigga always telling somebody business.
You jumped too fast. Nobody told you to wear that shirt last couple weeks ago. Damn, man. This might be risky. We here. DJ Hampton Stampede. We in the building. Popping, man. We missed y'all, man. I feel like we missed the POV a couple weeks in a row, but we will not do that next week. You feel me? As people file in. Shout out to Jonathan Earl, man. Dude been on both streams commenting before the shit even started.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit
I
like that. Shit
appreciate
like
it.
that. Shit like
Mike,
that.
what's good? Welcome back. Say something.
Glad to be back.
Damn, man. You sound like you in a... Never mind. Mary, what's good?
What's up? What's up, him? How you doing today?
Hey, shit, everything's everything. Oh, you got a Tiffany bracelet on?
This Pandora bracelet.
Oh, okay. Which one's better?
You said which one's better?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't own a Tiffany bracelet.
that might be the answer.
Whichever one I fucking like.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Isha was
Shit
good.
Like that. Shit like that.
What's good, Hampton?
Ain't shit. You know, Chaotic don't like hoop earrings.
Then he needs to save his opinion for his wife, don't you think?
Wow.
CT was good. Welcome back, bro.
Thank you for having me back, and happy White History Month to you all.
Wait, we go. Let me say hi to everybody first. We're gonna come back.
Mhm.
Alex,
Hey, Hamp.
what's good? What's good? He's starting already.
Oh, goodness.
Damn, man. Dana, what's popping?
What up, what up, what up?
Hey, shit, everything's everything. Sis, you there? Bub must be driving or something. Sis, what's good?
What's up?
Hey, shit, man. Everything's everything. CT,
Yo,
can you explain what White History Month is?
I will. I'm glad you asked me that question. I was gonna mention a great white man of note. His name is Konstantin Tsiolkovsky. He was a Russian scientist and engineer. He is often referred to as the father of modern rocketry. Between or in the late 19th and 20th centuries, he laid the theoretical groundwork for rocketry and space exploration, publishing papers on rocket propulsion and concept of multi-stage rockets. Now, you ask me, what is White History Month? Well, that is white history.
Okay.
It is honoring. Oh, you oh, okay. Yeah, it's honoring the achievements of the greatest ethnic group in human history.
Wow.
Yes, these people, their science, their technology, their engineering, their antiquity, it's remarkable. And the fact that these people are being vilified and demonized in this society now is just shameful. And White History White History Month was founded by Jesse Lee Peterson about 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, so many whites are cowards and they are not proud of their rich history. So blacks like myself, Jesse Lee Peterson, and other blacks, we are proud to celebrate a people that literally have built cars or invented the car, the highway, Autobahn, spaceships, airplanes, computers. My God, these people are incredible. And I am so glad to be a part of this time period, to live in the Western Hemisphere. So that is White History Month, sir. Thank you so much for asking me. Go ahead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you are celebrating the achievements in all things white because of how great.
No, not quite. I'm celebrating because they cannot celebrate. If a white man were to say, "Hey, my ancestors are the reasons why we can fly from point A to point B in 3 hours," he will be labeled as a racist. Or if a white woman said that.
Mhm.
And I am what the white liberal woman is to blacks. I am speaking on behalf of whites because they can't speak on behalf of themselves without being labeled as a racist. So they need somebody like me, a traditional, old school, pure Negro, to say these things. Go ahead, sir.
I think all of that shit deserves a put him in the bathroom. Please don't leave us hanging.
Why? Why? You should, or you expound on it.
Because it's just, it deserves it.
But why though? Why does it deserve it?
Because if he want to talk about that on his show, then talk about it on his show. This time we're gonna do it right here today. Okay.
Oh, do you think it aligns a little bit? All
Well, no
black
offense.
people.
I was asked the question first. I didn't bring it up at all. To be
No, you did. You came on. He was like, "Happy White History Month." That was your introduction, wasn't it?
No. If I would have said Happy Wednesday, would you have asked me why did I say something about Wednesday?
Yep.
I'm just saying Happy White History Month.
I would have said it too.
Okay. Well, let's just agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
But Isha, so you saying you would have told me to put him in the bathroom if he said Happy Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
wait. Or is it because he said Happy White History Month?
Well, because you gave him all that damn time to explain this stuff. All right, let's get on with the show.
Have you heard of White History Month though?
I don't care about it.
So if somebody say they don't care about Black History Month,
that's their opinion. That is their opinion.
Do you think that's offensive?
Me being offensive to white people?
Yeah, if you said if a white person like, hey, Isha, Happy White History Month, you're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
They're celebrated all year round. Like, what the fuck?
White people are celebrated all year round?
Yes, they are.
How does it show up? Because I hear that a lot. I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but how does it show up? How white people celebrate it?
Their accomplishments is always on Front Street. Like, when we hear about black people, it's always like the first black person to do this, the first black person to do that. It's never, the first white person to do this. You know what I'm saying? They do what they do all year round.
Okay. All right. Anybody else got a comment on White History Month? Oh, yeah. Y'all all gonna sit back. Damn, okay. Well, then I guess it's official, CT. Nobody got nothing to say. Happy White History Month to all the people from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. Jeez Louise. All right. So the topic for today, all blacks ain't black. It kind of stemmed from last week. We had a spirited conversation. I was going to play the clip, but instead, go find a video. I'll put the link in the description. Matter of fact, one of the moderators, Mike Brown, if you can, throw the link into the clip that broke the internet last week in the description, if you don't mind. CT, did you see that clip by chance? If not, I can kind of give you a breakdown.
I did not, sir.
So there was a little bit of a back and forth. I'm putting it kind of lightly. So it was said that if you mixed, you know, the notion is if you mix with black, you black. Well,
I've heard that, yes.
Yeah. Well, that notion was seemingly dispelled last week. So that kind of conjured this topic today.
Yes.
But I want to attack it from a few different angles. All right. But before we get right into it, all right, I'm just asking, Mike, Mike, say something.
Bruh.
We're also doing audio for the podcast, and you gotta respond.
Yeah, Mike, we gotta.
I'm just waiting for something of value to respond to.
Wow.
Wow.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like
I'm
that.
just
shit
asking,
like that,
Mike.
Shit like that.
Would you escort a gay dude to a prom for $100,000?
Well, I'm 36, so what am I doing at a prom?
Wait, it's an
Again,
adult prom.
you call me on these podcasts.
It's an adult prom, Mike.
Value.
Don't run from the question. I know you're doing an application, nerd.
Well,
Would you?
Rich nerd.
Rich and nerd. That's true.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
No, that's not $1 million. Probably 100,000 is not enough.
Why?
Why what?
Why? Why wouldn't you escort the gay dude to the prom for 100,000? Adult prom.
Why wouldn't I do it?
Yeah.
It's not my question to answer. We should go to somebody else for this.
Nah. You can't run from it, Playboy.
100,000 isn't enough.
You rich. Remember, who cares? Can't nobody cancel you, nigga. So.
Oh yeah.
So why not? I need to understand.
I have no reason to do it. I don't understand. If it was $1 million, it doesn't matter. If it's 100,000, then for what? For what?
So what makes the million different then? Answer that question.
Well, at that point, I don't really care about my brand. It's $1 million.
Okay, so you said your brand is repairable at $1 million, or it doesn't matter? Why would they?
At $1 million, it don't matter.
Okay, so you're saying $1 million is enough that if your brand is tarnished, who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
But at 100,000, it ain't worth it.
Nah. If Adrian can turn down 100,000, then it ain't nothing.
Shit
Now,
like that.
Mike,
Shit like
when
that.
I asked
shit
the
like
question,
that,
you
like
said
that,
no
like
initially. Adrian made a face like you was bugging. Adrian.
Yeah, that's because he talking about something. Why would I be? I don't know why the initial word that came out of his mouth won't know. Like he focusing on the type of prom. Regardless, it's no. I don't care where it is.
Okay, so you ain't doing it.
No, yeah, I'm not.
$1 million?
No, I'm not doing it.
Mike, you doing it for $1 million?
Yeah, I'm not doing it. And if I'm honest, if you would have asked me a few weeks ago, I probably would have said yeah, right? But now that I just see where I'm going, I'm just not willing to compromise on stuff no more, just for money no more. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, what I want to build, like, literally, the sky is the limit. So I'm not gonna just do anything for $1 million. But if you would have asked me like 2 weeks ago, $1 million, yeah, then I say a few episodes, I would hold the dude hand or something like that in a movie for $1 million or something like that.
I don't know. Then you said would you kiss a dude for $1 million? Oh,
I said yeah, didn't I? Like, that's something crazy for money. So
put him in the fucking bedroom.
Yours, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm happy for the growth.
Wow.
It might be risky, man. Y'all helping me grow.
Jesus Christ, man. He bugging. Bub must be about to get out the car and get to his thing. All right, man. Damn. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Yo, sis. They said put sis in the middle.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Sis don't like being in the window. I'll put her in the bottom middle when Bub come back on. Oh, he back. Reese Anderson with $1. Maybe it's a super sticker. Appreciate you, Reese. Oh, Mike, hold on. I gotta give Mike Brown with the $5 super chat. So this is the link to last week's show. If somebody want to quickly review, I will save this topic for mid-show. Bub, what's good?
What's popping?
Ain't shit. Everything?
Yeah, man. You know, I just left dusty ass Middletown. I thought I was gonna run into Sis because I thought she had smoke, but she didn't want it though. She ain't want it.
I'll give you my address. Nigga, pull up. I don't care.
Oh, hey, I'm going now. Should have said something earlier.
I didn't know you was out
Dusty-ass
here,
town.
but you could pull up anytime.
All right.
God damn, it's lit already. Bub, you still got smoke from last week?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you feel like you ain't get your shit off for real?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel like I ain't get anything off that I wanted to get off. So if sis want to bring it there again, let's get it. Tap that ass, girl. Let's go.
Ain't no do-overs out here, man.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
All right, well, here's what we're gonna do. Before we get to that, I got one thing because all blacks ain't black. So I want to ask a couple questions to see what might get somebody black card pulled or take away from their credibility, shit like that.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Let me share my screen real quick. I'll share this shit too. This one. All right, hold on. Let me know when y'all can see the screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What did I tell you about disrespecting my Nubian princess? What disrespect? You. Oh my God. The mother of Mecca is right here before me. Do my eyes not deceive me, or am I looking at the goddess Isis herself? Can you do me a favor, my brown skin angel? Can you tap that white girl for me? My milk of magnesia. Oh. After the devil made you, he broke the mold. Well, maybe you and I could make a little jungle fever.
Have y'all seen this clip before?
Yeah.
I seen this movie. So you seen the brother, right? He had his was that a dashiki? I don't know. But he had his garb on. He was speak now, mind you, when they walking in the party, he telling them about what they should and not do, how much about white people. Then he seen the black girl. Oh, excuse me, the white girl. And then he flipped the switch, right? So I use that as a joking clip. But my question is, can a person sleep white and talk black? Can a person sleep white and talk black? I was listening to Chaotic Show earlier. He told a true story about when he was in college. I had to send him a super chat so he stopped making a particular noise trying to replay what happened. But he walked to some black girl's room that was a part of the African Student Union and, you know, Black Power, this, that, and the third. And then she was getting dug out.
Do you want me to make the sounds or?
Go ahead, make the sound one time for the one time.
Do you want me to tell the story too, real quick, to lead up to the song?
You know, ain't nothing real quick about you telling the story.
Basically, I went to a very liberal arts college, and I was a pro, and I was a pro blackity black myself. I had allowed professors and older students to indoctrinate me, and I had met this young lady, and you know, just like most people on campus, we would just have circle jerks talking about how the white man is evil and the system is bad and capitalism is bad. So there's this huge rock that's on Main Street. It's in Kent State, and all the student organizations, we painted, you know, every other day, different organization would paint it. So we were part of, I forgot the name of the organization, but we decided that we were going to paint it. But me and her, we were going to be there early so that we can distribute like donuts and tea to the other students that came and whatever. She told me to come to her dorm because it's early in the morning, and obviously her being a woman or female, she doesn't want to walk on campus that early where it's still dark, and, you know. So I told her, okay, I'll come to your dorm and get you at like 6 in the morning. So I got up real early. I came to her dorm. I called her, had a little flip phone. She didn't pick up the phone, so I walked inside, and at the front desk, so there's a front desk. I don't know if it was her RA or just a student worker there, had, you know, gave me the green light to go upstairs because she had gave me her room number as well. So I went up there and, you know, I knocked on the door a little bit, but I heard some sounds and I knocked And what I heard was "fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me." So, and I wanted to paint this rock with her and with the other other students, and she told me to come swoop her. And so I knocked again, and all you heard was "fuck me," and then you heard like the dude finishing up because it was an old dorm and was no carpet in there; it was just tile. So you heard the bed like, and then about a few minutes later, she opens the door. It smells like burnt incense and funk, and she was shocked that I was there. She was like, "Oh my god, I totally forgot." Yada yada yada. I wait in one of the lounge areas on the second floor because a lot of dorms have like lounge areas where you can study. I wait about 10 minutes. She comes out of her door, and lo and behold, it was a white boy walking right behind her. Just a regular white college dude. He could have been part of Delta Tau Delta for all I know. And I didn't say nothing about it when we were painting the rock. I was just like, "Oh, okay." And yeah, that's the story. Yes, her guts pounded in, but she was claiming all that pro-blackity black, pro-black stuff.
So yeah, so yeah, we good.
That's what she. That's what.
What she was doing? One more time.
Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. And white boy was pounding her black coochie out. So it's true, man.
Jeez Louise, man. So I know somebody mentioned in the chat. I think it was Mulatto. Shout out to Mulatto. He's like, even Tariq Nasheed's woman is mixed, I think. But I'm not even talking about that right now. I'm particularly asking, can you sleep white and talk black?
Well, since I'll just go with this one. The answer is, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, you can sleep white and talk black, but you can't sleep white and talk white supremacy either. That's what I believe. So what I mean is that, hey, I'm pro-black, man, but I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I believe it or not, I'm still pro-black. And when I was younger, I used to like getting some white coochie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the white girl or two. But I would be crazy to say that white supremacy existed all the while I'm hunching up over in some coochie, And the same thing with this black girl on TikTok, the one I did the story about earlier today. Mm-hmm. Listen, if you like white boys, like white boys. And if you're proud of your race, be proud. But don't try to say white people are evil. And she said they stink. And she said this, that, and the other. And all the while, you're getting your back blown out by well, he's like a middle shelf Brad. Yeah, so that's what I believe. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Mike, I seen you nod a couple times. You agree?
Yeah, I agree. I think that you can advocate, but you can't be like a spokesperson if you dealing with or married to somebody white. It's just a conflict, such a big conflict. There was something on Twitter. This woman, she was talking about she had moved into an affluent neighborhood, and then someone had put up the Blue Lives Matter flag, and how she felt threatened, and it's white supremacy, blah blah blah. And then someone posted a picture of her white husband, and people were like, "Go tell him to go talk to the cops." You know what I'm saying? It was just some like, you're a product of that. Like you're married into it. So how can you claim white supremacy if it's literally in between your legs? So I totally agree with him.
So, but you mentioned advocate. So can you really advocate? Like,
yeah, you can be advocate.
And you mean just by like saying I disagree or whatever the case is? Like
advocate, volunteer, give you money, but you can never be on the forefront of that fight.
Oh yeah, I guess people can't stop you from trying to participate, but you think they're like credibility shot type deal? Okay. True Impact said he said they could have been role playing CT. You don't know if he was hitting it or not.
Oh, I don't know, but I saw a lot of stuff in college and after college. So whether they were role playing or not, I saw a lot of, and I told several stories today about black women who cry racism and cry white supremacy, but they love white men for some reason. So
yeah. Sis, can you sleep white and talk black?
Never. I this conversation don't even apply to me. That's how I'm sitting here feeling because I could never. No matter how black men do a lot of black women, I could never.
Never what? Sleep white and talk black, or sleep white, period, regardless of what you're talking about?
Sleep white, period.
How about for 100,000?
Million.
A million you would do? You and Mike for that $1 million, man. They gonna tax 40% of that motherfucker. You know that, right?
Do it real quick for the money.
Oh my God, man.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
So, does anybody think you can sleep white and talk black, or is this a moot question?
It depends on how long you sleeping. Like, if you just getting your rocks off with somebody of, you know, the opposite, you know, race or whatever the case may be, then by all means. But if you like trying to build a family and a relationship and all that, like that's different. But if you just getting your rocks off, fuck it.
So you saying the girl with CT was hating and knocked on the door? You saying that she was justified? Because CT, you never seen her on campus with her, so she was just getting her boots smoked by him.
Right.
So that's
like,
justifiable.
If she's getting her boots smoked, yeah. Like if you're not planning no family and you're not trying to, you know, bring this on to, you know, your next generation and all that, then it's like, fuck it.
Damn.
Because I know niggas that will fuck white girls just because they're white girls to make the crackers be mad and shit. Like, like on some like payback type shit.
Damn. Okay. So you're saying as long as it's just sex, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that, Alec? Go ahead, Mr. White.
Oh, I think you can, and I don't feel like you lose credibility, which is another.
Sleep white?
Yeah, I think you can sleep white and still talk black, right? I think because I think we do it all the time in different ways. There's so many things we preach about when it comes to each other, but then our actions don't line up with it at all, right? So like I can sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm for black women, but then, you know, if you look at my history, nothing I did lined up with that. So then why couldn't a black man say, okay, yeah, I'm pro-black, but I'm still sleeping with a white woman too? We're walking contradictions with a lot of different things. So why should that be any different than anything else? If they're still showing up the rallies, donating money, investing in what black people are doing shopping and supporting black businesses, they're just as credible as somebody else who is sleeping black.
You think they're credible or participating?
I think it's still credible because support, I feel like, is action based.
So, well, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I have a question. Do you think Barack Obama is getting elected with a white woman?
No.
That's why you can't.
But he probably shouldn't have been elected anyway.
Well, that's another story. But I'm saying you can't be a black leader and then marry white. You can support everything you said, so you could give money, you can, you know, go to protests, but you can't be on that pulpit talking black power, black love. You can't be saying any of that because you don't live that lifestyle.
Yeah, but the majority, I don't think it should be that way though. So that probably is how it is. But again, you have the men who will say, yeah, the black woman is God, right? And the motherland and all of this stuff, yet they shit on black women every chance that they get. So how is that than me saying, okay, I support black people, right? But I'm still, my actions is showing that I support them. I'm giving them money. I'm giving them time. I'm doing posts. I'm pouring into their community. And now just because of who I choose to be, which may be wrong, may be an error, may be a flaw, now all of a sudden I'm not credible enough to support black people or to be a leader. Now I get what you're saying though. I'm just on the other side of it a little bit. So
what I'm saying as a black man choosing to marry a white woman, how is that not shitting on black women as well?
So I'm not saying that it's not, right? But what I'm saying is we shit on them in so many different ways. Why is this one more than the next one? Why is the fact that I choose to be married to a white woman any different from me having a bunch of baby moms and breaking up all of these homes, which is actually hurts the Black community more, right? Like if I have all of these broken homes, that hurts the community a lot more than if I just have a white wife.
What about your money? What about your wealth? What about your the what you're building? You're building it and then it's going to another community, no?
Possibly, but also we're talking about
Black anything. Well, anything's possible.
Well, okay, so I'll say no, right? So I'll say no because again, we're talking about talking Black from an action point. So my money is still going into Black programs. It's still going to the community, right? I'm still supporting everything about me is still going to be pro-Black. I'm just married to a white woman, so it's still going to the community, probably more so than the average Black man who
What
has
do you think Kobe? What do you think Kobe Bryant's wife did with the money?
She's taking care of her daughters, like family. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Go ahead, Alex.
In my personal opinion, I don't see, and I don't think you can sleep white and talk Black. But I think in the scenario that Chaotic was giving, when you have these individuals on Front Street, I am so pro-Black, the pro-Black love, and the white men are this and the white men are that. But then behind closed doors, they're living an entirely different lifestyle. For me, that seems inauthentic. I don't think there's anything wrong with interracial dating. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. It's not for me, but whichever, do what you want to do. But I feel like I take issue when people are I'm so pro this, I'm so pro that, but you're going home to someone who doesn't look like you, right? That is, and then those individuals who are in those mixed race relationships, that I'm so pro-Black, I'm so for my people. I feel like you're trying to overcompensate because I think there is a little bit of guilt. Yeah, I'm pro-Black, but I also married this white person over here. So I wonder if they feel that they need to overcompensate because there is that guilt, because they do feel like, all right, am I betraying my people for this? And I just feel like it's inauthentic. Like, I imagine that's something hard to have to deal with internally all the time. I have to prove my Blackness. So I'm going to overly promote and overly support these Black businesses and entities and so forth and so forth. And I think I also think as people, we're not honest about who we like. That Black woman that Chaotic was in college with, who was making all the noises, she may have always had a thing for white boys and just didn't want to say it because it may not have been in her realm and space appropriate for her to say amongst these Black groups of people. Oh, you like white boys? That's a thing. People may look at them differently.
And just remember too, Alex, the problem with that girl was she was preaching to everybody that whites were racist, whites were evil. And that was my problem when I first saw that. I just want to make that clear. It wasn't the fact that she was sleeping with, she could sleep with whoever she wants to sleep with. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But it was just the fact that she's up there saying that all whites are liars, they're devious, they're devils, they're this, they're that. Mm-hmm. And she's getting,
So that's different, right? So if she's saying that, or if a man is doing that and then still sleeping with a white woman, now that's totally different. So,
well, that's what Mike said. You can spend your money all you want. You can't be in the forefront.
And no, but it's one thing just to be pro-Black. It's another thing to be pro-Black and put down like white people. I don't feel like you have to do both. I think that's two different things.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yep.
So, Alex, you're saying that, I know you said do what you want, but it crossed the line if they try to advocate too hard to be out in the forefront.
When I say do what you want, I think, going back to the other point that I made, I think people are honest about what they like. Some people are attracted to white men or Hispanic men or Asian men, and that's fine. It comes into play when you're not honest about that. And with you not being honest about that, I'm so pro-Black, I'm so pro this, and then you see their significant other, and it's just like, well, where did this come from? And to Adrian's point, it's not wanting to talk down on the other race, but we've been in situations, or maybe you haven't, but I have, where these people, like, you would think that I'm so for the Black people, I'm so for Black love, and then I see their significant other, and it's just like, oh, where did that come from? So to me, it seems authentic. Like, are you trying to overly compensate for all of this pro-Black this and pro-Black that because behind closed doors you're really living another lifestyle? So I think it's the messaging that goes with it in totality.
Yeah. Damn. Anybody else? Dana, Isha?
I'm trying to figure out how long Chaotic was listening at that door to that man getting his fucking rocks off.
To be honest with you, and I talked about this earlier, and it was a few minutes. And
why? That shit is weird. Why are you there so long?
No, hear me out for a minute.
Why?
It was through no fault of my own, but we had a schedule to do something. We had people coming to the Rock. We had to get donuts. We had to get tea.
You weren't knocking on the door telling her to hurry it up. Like, what? You were just sitting there listening.
But wait a minute. It wasn't like I was bamming on the door. I was doing like nice little knocks.
You was ear hustling.
Okay, because for all I know,
it's weird,
so,
bro.
But I get it, and I talked about that earlier. How after about 2 or 3 minutes of me, I was hoping that nobody would have saw me. You know, it was a hallway full of other rooms, so I didn't want people to come out and see me just like stand at the door because it became creepy after like 30, 40 seconds. So yes, I'll admit that. Yeah.
So you did a little bit.
She had something to do though, and she wasn't picking up the phone, and you know.
3 minutes later, you decided not. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, to be honest with you, yeah.
Damn, man. I don't know. I think y'all making this way too complicated. Honestly, you trying to figure out a way to justify shit because you don't want to be contrary to. I don't know, man. Reese Anderson with the $5 super chat. A black man sleeping with a white woman is not the same as a black woman sleeping with a white man. I repeat, it's not the same.
I disagree with that one.
Hold on, he got another one. Oh, he might be talking about something. Reese with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. And CT, you better than me. I would have exposed her because honestly, I wouldn't be able to come around her at those meetings seeing that mess.
You know, like I said before, man, I went to a very liberal arts college. And
but did you treat her differently though?
No, I mean, you know, I looked at it. I remember too, I was also brainwashed like her, you know, and I just looked at it as, hey, you know, that's just her business. Maybe he's just a unicorn. Maybe he's not racist, right? So I didn't view it like that. But see, now, yes, I would have exposed her. Because now I am the Negro Whisperer, and I would have exposed her. But back then, no.
That shit changed your life forever.
Well, it was believe it or not.
That's what made you hate black women so much.
No, believe it or not, I talked about this earlier. It was one of the first times when I realized the hypocrisy of the black power community. And mind you, a lot of my black professors were married to non-black people. A lot of my black professors who preached anti-capitalism ideology were staunch capitalists in the real world, but they were teaching us that. So it was just an upfront learning lesson. Like, yo, this girl is talking about white people are the devil, but she got the devil up inside of her right now. Okay, I don't want to. Go ahead.
Mike Brown with the $5 super chat. Define pro-black. Can you sleep black and have the same outlook?
We already talked about that.
Can you sleep black and have the same outlook? What is he saying? What is he saying though?
Gary says, can each person on the panel answer what the pro-black thing is to them? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying Mike said define pro-black. It was kind of along Mr. Grant's line, but then the second part, can you see black and have the same outlook? So I guess we can answer this question. Mr. Gary Grant, what's good? I ain't seen you in a minute. For the $5 super chat, can each person on the panel answer what this pro-black thing is to them? Let me get a couple more, then we can come back. True Impact with the $5 super chat. I hear you, CT. She's a fraud. Word. Coop was good. Hey, one of the moderators, Mike Brown, do me a favor. Grab Coop's link and put it in the chat, please, if you don't mind. The Do Better podcast, damn, with Theo Coop, $10 super chat. Ham, salute. Shout out to Chaos. I disagree with him most of the time, but as a content creator, dude entertains me, and I mean this respectfully. His troll game is on the million. Well done, sir.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like
Everybody
that.
think he's trolling. I think he believe what he say. I think. Coop was popping. All right, Isha, are you pro-black?
I like to think so.
So, what does being pro-black mean to you?
To me, it's self-love. And
What
that's it.
Just what, like what though?
Loving myself, who I am when I look in the mirror, and understanding who I am as a Black woman. Self-love.
Put him in the fuck.
I don't know. Dana, what is? Are you pro-black?
Yeah, I'm pro-black.
What does it mean? Does it mean what Isha said?
I did hear what Isha said. Just to kind of expound on that, it is love of self, it's love of your community, it's wanting your community to succeed and to excel, and for us to just be great and be the best versions of ourselves and to build and, just really thrive within our own community.
Okay. Mike, what'd you say?
Yeah, I agree with Dana. It's more about uplifting the community and economic empowerment. It is discriminatory in nature, therefore anti-white.
So okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
Pro-black and then sleep white. It's literally oxymoron.
So Alex, based on what Mike's saying, you would agree that you can't be pro-black, but you can talk black if you sleep white, but you can't be pro-black.
If you word it like that, then yes. I mean, when I think of being pro-black, I think about the betterment and wanting that for people that look like me. I want Black people to succeed in all aspects. I want us to be healthy. I want us to have money, have successful families. That is what I think about in being pro-black. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that people who look like me are on the forefront and put in the best light.
Okay. So if you sleep white, you can't be pro-black. I just want to make sure we're clear.
I want to follow up. If you look at some of the Black male billionaires in the States, Michael Jordan, Robert Smith, who were not married to Black women, when they die, a significant part of their wealth is going to go to the white community. Because as you know, white people do not hire Black people. They do not have the incentives to support the Black community. And so you're seeing an outpouring of wealth, a massive outpouring of wealth, because wealth transfers through death. And that is anti-Black. Not to say that we are owed any of their hard-earned money. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is you're seeing Black wealth leave our community, when if it was a Black household, you would see that go into the Black community.
Mr. White, how do you define pro-Black? Or what do you think? Either way, how you define it? What do you think about some of the answers so far?
Wait, but I got a quick question. So y'all said, Mike, you were saying that if you're pro-Black, you're automatically anti-white?
Being pro-Black is discriminatory. It is discrimination against white people. You have to.
Jeff, I don't agree with that.
That's fine.
I'm not saying like, okay, change up, but I'm thinking about it. And so, I don't think I agree with that. Just because I am for something doesn't necessarily mean I'm against something or that I'm pushing anything negative to it. It's literally like, okay, I don't have nothing to do with, that's not my focal point, right? So I just look at it like, okay, let me just define it. Pro-Black to me is just supporting my community, loving myself, building my community up, whether it's through trying to help them become more educated, whether it's them, gaining power, working with them on being competent. So that's what being pro-Black is to me. So I feel like all of those things really has little to do with who I marry or who I'm married to. because I'm gonna do my work regardless, and my kids will be black, so they inherit everything.
Well, think about policies like affirmative action. That is preferential treatment to black students, which is inherently discriminatory in nature, which is why it was struck down eventually by the Supreme Court. If you look at Fair Housing Act, all these things that promote or support the black community are excluding other communities. Therefore, if you are pro-black, you have to exclude everyone else.
I'm gonna sit with that. I like that. I'm gonna sit with that. I'm gonna sit with that. I still, in the moment, it's still hard to accept, because just because you're for something doesn't automatically mean you have to be against something, and leveling the playing field too, right? So like that's what I feel like equality is. It's not giving everybody the same thing, but if somebody is at a disadvantage, sometimes you have to give them more or make special arrangements for them to be able to catch up, right? So in that situation they take away, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's anti. But I think you made some good points. I'm gonna sit with that.
Well, what it is, it's discrimination, right? So you have to discriminate even in order to make the opportunity make the playing field level, which is why a lot of the Asian Americans have been pushing back against the affirmative action for the schools, because it was made to be level. They had to do so much better to get into these schools when it should be overwhelmingly them because of the work they put in. Absolutely. But instead they were discriminated against because of the affirmative action policies.
So to clarify, did they not feel that affirmative action was in support of them? Like, did they feel like it didn't benefit them?
They didn't need it. They could get in because they had the scores and the grades and whatever the case is. And it was said that, disparately blacks were getting in there, maybe undeservedly so. Adrian, if you didn't know two guys hanging off a cliff, one white and one black, who you gonna save?
The black dude, baby.
Damn, man.
Wow.
Sound pretty discriminating. You don't even know that. Damn. CT, how do you define pro-black? I'm interested in the answers now.
Well,
now hold on. Now you took a deep breath. Don't take a little or smaller deep breath.
The way I define pro-black, in my opinion, in my worldview, in my paradigm, is convenience. If there's a tax incentive, if there's a scholarship, if there is some sort of policy in favor of minority groups, hey man, I'm pro-black, man. Hey, I'm black today. If I'm pro-black, if, for example, Ghana or Zimbabwe, if one of these African governments say, hey, we're gonna give a lot of land to African Americans. Hey, I'm super pro-black. I'm blackity black. Give me some land in Zimbabwe. I'm pro-black when it comes to convenience, but that's only second. I'm pro-America first. So I don't need to be pro-black. America provides all my needs and wants and resources. And, it's like being pro-black is like what do they call that in business? Sort of like a redundancy thing. Like being pro-black is like a fail-safe. Like I really don't need it. But like I said, if somebody says, hey, man, they're giving black students, I'm not a student anymore, but hey, man, they're giving black people $1,000 if they start a business or something. I don't know. Hey, man, sign me up. I'm pro-black today because I'm just going to use my skin color for my advantage from this little thing right here. So, yeah. So exactly that's what I'm pro-black. If that makes any sense. It's a convenience thing to me. But number one, first, I'm pro-America first. I'm an American supremacist. Number one. Yeah, number one.
Sis, did you go?
No.
What you think?
Let me see. I think it's myself. Like it's really what I see first. Like I really just think it's looking out for your own in all aspects, especially if you have the ability to do so. Um I don't judge, but I have to do it all the time. When it comes to looking out for patients or just looking out for um, individuals applying or just my coworkers. Like I have to look out in every way.
So you agree with Mike then that it's discriminatory?
I don't think it's discriminatory because a lot of times I'm just making sure shit is equal and shit is just not going wrong for like a patient because they're being mistreated. So I do pro back more so like that, like looking out, making sure shit is right.
So what if, but say it backwards though. So you got a white therapist or doctor looking out for white people in their role, and you found that out. Would you say he's discriminating?
Well, they do it all the time. So then it's me just making sure we good.
So you discriminating back?
No, because I make sure everybody good, but I take an extra look. I go behind them and make sure it's right.
But
that's what I'm saying.
So you in a vacuum, but if you heard that out loud, would you say, "Hey, that person is discriminating against people"?
No, I wouldn't say that because I go behind them to check to make sure he got the same treatment.
No, but if you heard a doctor was right or somebody who had pull to say, "I'm pulling white people in before people of other races," and we found that out, do you think we would be like that person discriminating against people?
I think yes. I can't really process everything you're saying right at the moment, but I think the answer is yes.
Well, because I just feel like discriminate when we hear that word, it's a strong word, but it doesn't make it any less true.
I'm more so checking behind, just making sure shit right. I'm not discriminating.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Isha, what you got to say? You on mute.
I already went. You didn't ask Mary what she had to say.
Oh shit, Mary, what you think? What is
Hey yo, Mary, he be forgetting about you because you're not black, yo.
Listen, I heard.
Because Bub killing me with this off-camera shit. Go ahead.
So I like to believe that I am pro-black, but again, the way that some people view pro-black versus like for me, it's like, okay, I want our people to do good. I want our people to do great. In the field I am because the black women need more support in that. So I think of it as just wanting better for us as black people, but the extremes and a lot of pro-black things that happen, I don't think I really care for that. Some people will choose, for instance, even, let me go shop at this black store because it's owned by black people. If you give me bad customer service, I'm not going to your store. You know what I'm saying? Black or not. I'm not going to go there if you give me bad customer service. So me choosing another store that may not be ran by a black person, people that I see that are these, pro-black activists and things like that, they'll be like, oh, you should have went black this, black that. Like, I don't go that too far into it. Like, I'm not, anti-white. I'm not, none of that. It's just more so the basics of wanting our community to do better as people, helping our community do better as people. And pretty much that.
What do you think, though? How many McDonald's have you been to and you got bad service?
All of them.
Come on now.
We keep going back to McDonald's.
I don't go there for me though.
Hold on, CT. Let me finish this question real quick. But Mary, what I'm saying is, you still go back to Mickey D's. They still treat you like shit at Enterprise. You still go back to Enterprise, or what we'll do is we'll go to Hertz, which is another white-owned company. So why do we not keep that same energy? Hold on, CT. Put that little ass finger down.
I want to answer for Mary.
Nah. Let her. God damn it.
He can't even choke on that air. that you letting in your damn mouth? Jesus Christ. Because I'm not saying that it's a first time thing. I'm just saying, like, if you're just like rude all the time I go in there, or your food is trash, your clothes look trash, like why do I have to shop there or do whatever there just because you're black?
Well, Mary, you would agree that your answer changed a little bit, right? Because initially it was, if you get bad service, fuck them.
Yeah, but I'm not saying the first time. I never mentioned the first time. I never mentioned that. I'm saying that
How many
option.
times did it take?
I'm saying I have that option. It depends on where I'm at, or what kind of service they're providing, or what they're selling. I may like their item, you know what I'm saying? But I may go there less, or that may not be my first choice. You get what I'm saying?
I get it. It's just a hell of a back pedal.
It's not a back pedal. It's just you. I didn't say first.
You want CT? Hold on. You want him? You want to tag him in?
No, I want you to finish.
What?
Well, whatever we talking about, I want to finish with.
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is,
he gets started. This shit. First of all, go on a different topic. Second of all, go ahead.
No, he's gonna be more succinct.
No, Mary. I had a conversation a few weeks ago, right, with my wife. Mary is right, but she did not elaborate it the way that I'm about to, right? Mary is talking about the mom and pop experience. McDonald's is not owned by the 19-year-old little stupid girl that is working there who got an attitude. It's not. McDonald's is owned is a publicly traded company that has quality control, et cetera, et cetera. So Mary is experiencing a bad employee, but there are Black-owned establishments that Mary and all of us have gone to where we have gotten bad service, and the people who are running it own it. That's the difference. So that's why I have to agree with Mary on this one. Yes, you get bad experience from McDonald's or Burger King. All you got to do is call corporate. And doesn't corporate give you gift cards? Don't they make sure that, hey, listen, we're gonna make sure that this doesn't happen again. We're gonna reach out to the franchise. We're gonna do this. They have a lot of systems involved. You know, if she goes to Nordstrom, if she goes to Macy's, listen, me and my best friend got a woman fired right on spot one day from Macy's because she gave us bad service, because we told them, hey man, we own Macy's, because, well, we only own like a few hundred shares of stock. We made it seem like we were like board members, but we own the company. But see, a mom and pop is different. And a lot of times Black mom and pops don't have things on the menu. They give you attitude. There is no quality control. So I see where Mary's coming from on that one. So yeah, I see where she's coming from. So that's why I agree with her when I say, listen, if I go into a Black establishment and you treat me like this, I ain't coming back. And I love Google reviews now for that very reason. Because I've stopped going to Black restaurants. I said, listen, man, I can't take this. I can't take the attitude.
All right, CT. All right. So you saying that? So okay. So you're saying that the McDonald's, would it be more fair if we said, did she go back to that same McDonald's?
It's no. Every McDonald's is the same. I know it sounds crazy. I know it. I know it sounds crazy.
Saying the accountability is different because they have quality control.
They have quality control. So that McDonald's, all Mary would have to do, or anybody would have to do, is contact corporate. Hey, look, I'm a shareholder in McDonald's. I bet you a general manager, somebody will go to that establishment and they will kick ass to get it to run right. A lot of times that these mom and pops, don't work like that. So yes, Mary can go back to that same McDonald's and it'll be a completely different staff in there. It might be a completely different operation, but that mom and pop, it'll never change. So that's what Mary, and I think that's what Mary was more than likely saying.
Because the people there are corporate, right? Like those are the owners, managers, and such. Mike, I seen you shake your head. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, that's just a common. As a Black business owner, that's something that I got to battle every day. You know, it's preconceived notions that you're going to have a bad experience because we're Black owned, or we're going to give you a subpar experience because we're Black owned, and it's frustrating to hear, you know, because it's like you walk in there expecting it, you know, versus like, for example, like Mary and CT. When was the last time y'all did Airbnb?
You mean gone to one?
Yeah, rented something with Airbnb, or
maybe like a year ago.
They just took off slave quarters from their rentals. People used to be able to rent slave quarters on Airbnb, as Reese said last year.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even know that, right? Did you ever hear about that?
What are you talking about? What do you mean slave quarters?
The places where slaves used to live, slave houses, you used to be able to rent those on Airbnb.
What's the problem with that?
Oh, forget what I'm talking to about that point. But I'm saying these institutions can be anti-black. They have shown you that they're anti-black, and there's no hesitation to continue to use these services. McDonald's, history of being anti-black. Wells Fargo, history of being anti-black. Documented history, been sued for being anti-black, but we still go to these institutions. And if you go to let me finish. You go to a mom and pop restaurant and they give you attitude. Oh, fuck these niggas. I ain't never go back. I ain't never support black owned businesses. This is why I don't support black owned business. It's just, to me, I hate to hear it.
But it was my point of it was more so being damned by other black people if you choose not to go somewhere or you choose not to do something. And then these, the pro-black activists, the extremes, the people that are extreme, them damning you for wanting to make another choice or for making another choice. That was my whole thing about it.
But why?
I don't think I'm that extreme as a pro-black activist to damn somebody else for making the choice to not want to deal with that at that time. You get what I'm saying? I'm a black business owner as well. And I'm also a woman, which is not common in my business. So I get judged constantly when people, because I'm the first voice that they hear and I'm the first person, at their door when we show up for services. So when people they see me as a woman and they're like, who are you? Like, what are you doing? When clearly my business is on the truck, my business is on my shirt. Like, they're still looking at me like, well, and then I have to be like, well, here's my husband. You know what I'm saying? So I get it because I'm black and I'm a woman. So I do get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just being damned by those super pro-black activists for not choosing a certain thing due to the fact that somebody is black.
Yeah, so I feel like we should guilt trip people into not supporting black-owned business. I do all the time. I think, our problem is as a community is we have to say that we're pro-black. White people are pro-white, and they show you that they're pro-white in the ways that they vote, in the ways that they support, in the ways that they put their money. They have always been pro-white. If any Hispanics are pro-Hispanic, but for some reason when we say pro-black, ourselves, our own community, we feel guilty about being unashamedly pro-black and supporting black-owned businesses. That's a problem.
Mike, whether or not Airbnb allowed a superhost to rent out slave quarters is neither here nor there. Slavery ended in 1865. Mm-hmm. Those places right now are just quarters. They're just living arrangements. Who cares? Airbnb is publicly traded. You know that, and I know that, and most people know that. It means the public owns it. Well, I think BlackRock might own 40% of it, but the public owns it. It has shareholders. It has stakeholders. These companies have to answer on quarterly reports to the people, or quarterly to the people. Airbnb has made.
They answer to a board.
They answer to the board of directors, but they still have to answer. But the board still answers to the people, though. That's
not how it works. You know how corporate board works?
So wait a minute. So you mean to tell me there are no?
We don't vote for corporate board directors.
So you mean quarterly the board they don't meet with the people, right?
Well, we do not appoint corporate board directors.
I never said anything about appointing, sir.
That company is led by a corporate board.
Well, Mike, I never said anything about appointments. I never said that. All I said was at quarterly meetings. Isn't the public there? Isn't the public?
That's not how it works. No.
So how does?
Corporate board directors are appointed not by us. We don't vote for a fucking corporate board director.
Sir, I never said
about people.
Sir, I never said appointment. I never said that.
You said these companies are ran by the people, which is not correct.
These companies are owned by the public. Are they not? Did I not just say that? Aren't you? If I'm a shareholder and you're a shareholder, aren't you? Don't you have ownership of the company?
You said run by the public is what you said.
Sir, let me ask you a question.
I mean,
if Airbnb is publicly traded, who owns the company? Is it not the public?
The shareholders.
The shareholders are the public. They own shares in the company.
But CT, he's saying run though.
Right. And if you have
board represents these
shares. If you have 2 shares and this white guy,
I'm not talking about a retail. Sir, I'm not. Mike, you know that I'm not speaking about a retail shareholder. I'm talking about people who own. Okay, let's say Airbnb. I think it's trading at $50-something a share. I'm talking about people who own thousands of shares in Airbnb.
Okay.
They have say so, sir. People on the board will represent their interest. Let's be honest. You and I both know that.
That's not how it works.
Mike,
you know that's not how it works.
Mike, are you on the board of directors of a company?
Do I work with corporate board directors every fucking day?
Okay, what company?
Name them. Name them. Facebook,
I'm asking you to name the company.
I know by first name.
Sir, okay.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Hey, I'm not trying to debate with you. I'm asking you to name the company. I'm asking you. You may know more than I do. I'm asking you, what company?
He didn't name them.
I can't hear him.
Google, Facebook.
So you work with the board of directors at Google?
Yes.
Okay, Mike. Which member do you work with?
And I don't have to give you the.
Wait a minute, because Mike,
leave Mike alone.
Mike, are you telling me, that if I, as a investor, if I own ABC or Alphabet, which is Google, if I own tens of thousands of shares, you mean to tell me, sir, I can't speak with somebody on the board of directors and say, hey man, I want this to happen? You mean to tell me that never happens, Mike?
Of course you can. Are they going to do
That's what I was saying from the get-go.
Oh, you started by saying that.
Mike, you put the word appointment in my mouth. I never said that. I never said appointment. Never said appointment. Well, I said that these companies are publicly owned, sir. You know that since you work with Google, and I'll take your word for it, they're publicly owned, sir. If I own shares, I own the company, or I own shares of the company. All I'm saying is that you know as well as I do, sir, that Airbnb, sir, you can get more shit done with Airbnb if you are a stakeholder in the company. That's all I was saying.
No, you could get more done with that mom and pop restaurant on Yelp than you could for Airbnb. That's fucking simple. You think that you can send an email to Google board of directors and see it changed? No, it's not how it works. That's not how these organizations are run. That's not how Airbnb is run. You have better luck going to that mom and pop restaurant, sending them an email, and you'll see change there.
If what you're saying is true, how come that mom and pop is still there right now, 30, 40 years from now, still in that little corner in some little remote part of the city?
How come the mom and pop is still there? Or
how come the mom and pops never become conglomerates? How come the mom and pops never establish chains? If what you're saying is true.
Several reasons: resources, funding, lack of capital. I mean, it is not customer service, and that's what as you go to. You go to say, "Oh, it's bad customer service." Is why. Then I hear 30 years later, no, they don't have the resources or the capital to scale to bring on the people they need to get the resources. They don't have any of that kind of stuff. That's why they die off. If you look at some of these black-owned businesses that have been, for example, newspapers in DC that have been great, you know, they weren't able to scale, so they get, and then you have people like Facebook becoming media outlets, making them obsolete. So it isn't just customer service. Or
Mike, are you seriously? Mike,
whatever BS you about to say about bad customer service,
I know. I didn't
know why these companies don't exist.
Mike, are you seriously comparing Google, $1 trillion company, on any given Sunday, to a mom and pop restaurant? Is that what we're talking about here?
You're trying to say bad customer service is why these companies don't exist 30 years from now, and that is not the case.
Is there anything else you want to put in my mouth? Because I didn't say that, man. I did not say that they didn't.
Me.
Let's move on to the next topic. Because all I'm saying is that you can get more done at a corporation than some mom and pop store. Because a mom and pop store, which they don't really exist, they're gonna tell you F you. They ain't gotta come here, my F. And that's why they never expand or grow. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. Let's just agree to disagree with this one, man. Let's just agree to disagree.
I think that's for the best.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. Mr. Grant with the Gary Grant with the $20 super chat. Yo, now it's ill. They all wear the same size diapers, so it's going a lot further. For the diapers, little brother Ham. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. True Impact with the $5 super chat. Oh darn, you a fraud too. That was for CT about the girl that he was knocking on the door for 10 minutes. Listen to it, get her boot smoke. True Impact with the $5 super chat. Pro Black means you already feel we have succeeded in our superior. I don't know about that. Gary Grant with the $2 super chat. Mike is 100% correct. Pro Black means anti-white. Mike Brown with the $2. Dana is here. What is he talking about? Shout out Mike Brown. Damn, man. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Damn, what time is it? All right,
Mike, how often do you call Larry Page, man?
Go ahead, man.
No, he said he speaks. He says he knows people in the board of directors at Google. I want in on this.
Yeah, I do.
Can we?
Okay,
listen.
On the chat.
Can we share? Listen, I want in on this one. If you know the board of directors at Google, hey, I want to be your friend, man.
You having a pro-black moment for the
no, I'm not pro-black. Listen, you know the board of directors at Google, please, man. I'll put my email right in the damn private chat.
Oh man, he got enough friends, CT.
Nah, fuck that. I want to be friends with the board of directors at Google. Go ahead, guys.
Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah. Classic.
How are you? I'm good. How you doing, Renato? How are you?
Very good.
How's it going?
This is my brother, Romello here.
It's a pleasure. I've
Told
seen
you all
him
about
around.
him. Yeah.
How you doing?
He's what's the deal?
Well, we've been thinking about this, Renata, and it won't work. We can't work with Akata. You know, you do your thing.
Wait. This is my brother. He's a very, very busy man.
I understand. This is not a personal thing. It is something we cannot do it.
Hey, what's my fucking ass man wrong, man?
Just calm down.
Sorry. Look, my brother was under the impression that you want to do some business. Maybe we can just have a seat, have a drink, maybe sit down, have a nice little diatribe, so we can work this out.
Well, don't take this personally, Romello. It won't work. You do your thing, I do my thing. You know, it won't work. We can't work with Akata.
Akata. What is this Akata shit? Like American?
Oh shit.
Cotton picker.
Damn. Y'all seen this movie before?
Classic.
Hell yeah.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah. It's called Sugar Hill for those who haven't seen it. So they had a deal. He wanted to introduce his brother because his brother was the main drug dealer. And then the two African dudes say they can't work with a copter. That's literally what they refer to him as in the movie. Now it's a movie, but you know. And then obviously a copter meant cotton picking nigga. So I just want to understand this. How do Africans really feel about Black Americans? Because you said all blacks ain't black, right? So let's dig into some of this shit. We got the people who talking black, sleeping white. Adrian said it's okay. Alex said it do whatever you want, but don't do whatever you want because you don't get the same respect. I feel like y'all double dutching over that shit. I feel like Mike answered. But yeah, so let's jump down this road real quick. How do Africans really feel about Black Americans? Anybody can answer. What you think?
Well, I'm African.
Not you, nigga. Wait.
They don't fuck with us.
Welcome back, bud. We've been going for a goddamn hour, man.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
My bad, family called,
Go ahead. What you say?
Africans don't fuck with us. They don't think we real blacks.
They don't think we real blacks?
Nah.
God damn.
Wow.
What does that mean?
That means they don't look at us as being their equals.
So they think we lesser than?
Absolutely. Everybody know that.
Why? What put us at a lesser than role or understanding?
Our privilege in the way that we live over here in the States.
Well, don't we live better?
Yeah, we do live better, and that's why they don't respect us, because they feel like we don't have the same struggles as they do. And we live amongst the Caucasian men. You know what I'm saying? So they don't fuck with us, man.
Damn, hold on. I gotta read this one. Go ahead. Isha, you next. Adrian White with the 10 ball. Mike just gave Chaotic the biggest L I have seen this year.
Niggas don't know how companies work. That's not how they work. Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Yo, I hope we ain't
Take the L. BT, nah, you gotta take the L.
To the public every quarter. Public runs the company, you dummies.
Shit like that. Shit like
Wow,
that.
niggas for 2 minutes. Get up out of here. The company. Okay,
Yo. Calm down. You act like you was outside that door 20 years ago, man. Relax.
Damn.
Yo, they say you took. Yo, sometimes you gotta take that L, man.
It's not an L. The companies have to give financial information and operational data to the public.
DT, be the bigger person, man. No.
So what if most shares? I said BlackRock.
Yo, can I read the super? Do you argue with the super chat?
Niggas don't understand nothing.
We moved on from that bullshit already.
No Cupcake Zone podcast with $2 super chat. Most shares are institutional shares, full of CACA. Oh,
Caca,
that's what he's saying. I don't say corny shit like that. Caca.
Hey yo,
Put him in the fucking.
hey yo, we got a chaotic name call. Oh my bad.
Hold on. TN Nano TV with the 20 ball. Thank you. Support. Trav, no doubt. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. We growing here. CT calm. Don't nobody say nothing to him. Isha.
I was going to say that I think most Africans think that Black Americans are lazy, that we lack discipline and we lack morals.
Morals?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. So I heard lazy discipline, but morals too? Like what do we do that is immoral?
Well, for example, like
our women?
Love and Hip Hop, Housewives of Atlanta, that's just a lack of morals a lot of the times, and then over sexualized.
Yeah. Okay. So just all negative.
Yeah.
All negative, huh? Damn. Sis, what'd you think?
Yeah, I be watching 90 Day Fiance, and there are people over there. They tell them to go come here and align with the whites. So they don't. There's no respect given at all. I agree with Isha.
So they tell them on that show, they say stay away from the black people.
They basically.
Good God Almighty. Mr. White, what you think? Look at Nina talking about she loved. That ain't the point.
So I would have to say that I don't think they like us, but I really don't know because I only can go off of like social media. I haven't had like much experience with it. So just based off of what's given to me, I would agree with what Isha was saying. Like the morals, that's what I would have to say.
Word.
Yeah.
Damn. So yesterday, 2 days ago, my bad, we got an Uber, right? Coming from the airport, moving down here and shit, right? And so I had to take a different car. We got too much shit. So I'm taking it. The dude is from he was from Uganda. And so he just asked me like what I do. We moving down there, this, that, and the third. And so I started telling him just a little bit. He was so surprised that like I was in charge, like I had different assets and stuff like that. Like he could not believe it. And I'm like, why are you so dumbfounded? He's like, because we don't see y'all like that. Like he couldn't fathom that it was me in my role and in owning whatever I own. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't rude, but he was just like, he was impressed, but he was like wow, like he was taken aback by it. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't expect it from me, you know, just as an anecdotal example. All right, let me get a resident African. Go CT. Go Negro.
You know, it's absolutely shameful, and I have to keep saying this. It is 10 of us on this panel. Mike probably lives in a 10-bedroom. If he knows Google board of directors, this Negro probably lives in a 10-bedroom mansion. He drives 2 foreign whips. You got this Negro, my bro down here, Adrian. He talking about just casually, hey man, I turned down $100,000 a year job. You got Hamp over here, who's a self-proclaimed millionaire.
What?
God knows how much money Mary has. God knows how much money Sis and Dana and Isha and Alex have. He over here talking about some African. He thought that I wasn't the boss. Man,
wow.
I don't even care about what some foreigners are saying about you, man. Who cares whether it's good or bad? Uganda? You mean that toilet of a country?
Shit like that.
Uganda that literally has had coup d'etats, military overthrows, literally was a dictatorship 30 years ago with Idi Amin. You talking about that Uganda? You talking about the same Uganda where up until the 70s, East Indians ran the country on a capitalistic scale? You talking about that Uganda that had Indians exploiting the people there? That Uganda? You talking about the Uganda that has pretty much no infrastructure? That Uganda? Yeah. Are you kidding me? You guys are wealthy Americans, and you're worried about what some dirty Africans are talking about. It's shameful. Uganda that's the Uganda that has a GDP of what $30 billion. You got Black Americans. You got Robert F. Smith, who has a net worth of about $30 billion. Oprah Winfrey, Melody Hobson.
CT. I was telling a story about how people.
Okay, I got a story for you. I walked down the street and a car drove past me. That's how insignificant a story about an African that you meet is talking about. Who cares?
So you're saying
you're
that
superior to that Ugandan. You shouldn't even been talking to him.
I had to. He was driving.
Drive this car this way, man. Hey, turn right here. That's the only thing you should have been saying to him. You Black Americans have to practice classism. You already have been born into the greatest country on the planet. Here goes Mike. He know if he knows people on the board of directors of Google, he's in company with trillionaires. The entire GDP of Africa, I don't even think it's a trillion. The entire GDP probably ain't even 500 million, let alone a trillion. You Negroes kill me. You're gonna be the death of me, man. I'm telling you.
Yo, CT, yo, yo, CT.
They don't like us. Who cares if they don't like you? They're dirty Africans.
CT, they trying to kick you off the panel.
Man, fuck this. I'm out of here, man. I'll be in the back. How long is $20, man? How long I gotta wait, man?
Give me. It won't be long, CT. I think they want you to take a break and get them out of here. Damn, man. I just text him, ask him to come, Kev. Pause. That sounded crazy.
All right, I'll wait the 20 minutes, man. I need to cool down anyway. I need to get
I think somebody gonna bring you back. Kick CT off the panel. God damn, Kev.
Yeah, don't put him next to me.
So I just put him. Damn, did I move him? Damn, Kev, that ain't right, Kev. Damn, Kev kicking people off on the main damn show. Damn, so CT was just saying it don't matter what they say because it's insignificant because of how powerful and grand we are. But you just see him in the back.
Will brought him back, Ham. Bring him back.
Shit, Will brought him back already? Oh, hold on. Let me go to my super chat, sis. I'm bugging. Trav. I got Trav, right? And that's just all love and support. So I appreciate that, man. Mr. Kev was good. DJ Hamp with much respect on your millionaire status. Yo, man. Don't listen to CT, man. Good. Oh, wait. I ain't. No, well, don't listen to CT, man. Mr. Britt with the $2 super chat. I got 20 in the kitty. Keep CT. He's a clown. All right. Oh, shit. Mr. Britt. Oh, yeah. All right. CT.
To finish what I was saying, there you guys go.
Hold on, CT. Let me preface, goddammit. So, Mr. Britt from a show ago had like a dub in the kitty because they were trying to kick off somebody so bad they did it at the same time. And then Will hit it. So, see, now if you want to kick CT off, you need 20 plus 20. So, CT probably, he's straight now. Go ahead. Now, God damn it, make it quick.
It's again, man. Here you guys go on this panel. I know half of you got at least master's degrees. Most of you are 6-figure earners. You know what I mean? You know how much money the average Nigerian makes? Do you know how much money the average Liberian makes? Have you ever seen or even been to one of those crap hole countries? You ever been to Liberia? You ever been to Monrovia, Liberia? There are people calling to my show who actually lived in Liberia. Gway. She lived there during Charles Taylor. Do you guys know who Charles Taylor is? Mm-hmm. Charles Taylor was one of the most evil men ever in Africa. Civil War because of him. The country was ripped apart. Some of the most horrific things known to man happened there during that Civil War. And you're gonna let these people who come from literally a continent that is the equivalent of the Stone Age, look at you people, and look you up and down when there are religious and sect killings. A country that has every year in some crap hole African country, there's a coup d'etat. There was a coup d'etat just recently in Burkina Faso. You got this 32-year-old boy running the country because they deposed the 60-year-old leader who 3 years ago deposed Blaise Compaoré, who murdered Thomas Sankara in 1987. Come on, man, I know my history. Don't let these mud hut dwellers look down upon you all. You're gonna let some people who, let's be honest, man, most of you guys can walk into your beautiful showers with marble siding. Let's be honest. Adrian, you got a Mercedes, don't you? Keep it real, bro. Keep it real.
No, he got the Sorrento.
No, I got a minivan now. You know what I'm saying?
But let's be honest, man. You guys are rich. You need to start looking down on the African that comes over here. That's what you Black Americans need to do. You're superior.
Yeah.
Isha, you're superior than some Ghanaian broad who comes over here. Dana, you're superior than some dirty Angolan that comes over here. That's
wait, CT.
I have to tell you guys that.
Right, CT. Wait, you said you African? What country?
Nigerian.
But you were born here, innit?
Yes.
Yeah. Gary S with the $20 super chat. Damn. Now. Gary S, what's good? Another dub to keep CT on, man.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Mike.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Mike always act like he in no man's land. Mike,
what's up?
How do Africans really feel about Black Americans?
No, there's truth to what people are saying. I'm also Nigerian, and there's absolute truth to what everybody's saying. To the point where I've had to school my own parents on, like, you know, you shouldn't be saying that, and then you're riding on the coattails of African Americans. So I agree with what everybody's saying.
Okay. Yeah, I think that. Does anybody have anything different aside from what CT was saying? He went totally off topic.
Not different, but I wanted to just say that when he said, why do Black Americans care? I think Black Americans care because a lot of other cultures try to strip the culture that Blacks have in this country away. They say, you all have no culture. And I think for us, we are in a space now, we are trying to find some space to identify. We can't say that we're African because those who are actually from Africa say, like, you're not African. Why would you call yourself that, right? The white people won't allow us to claim being American. Chaotic, fix your face, cut it out. So I think we are now in a space, especially when you look at, Black Panther. People were trying to find, okay, where do I connect? Where are my roots? White people can say my family's from Italy, they're from France, they're from England. For Black people in this country, many of them do not know, they don't have a place to trace their roots to. I think on the other side of it, being married to someone who is Nigerian, being Caribbean, and then being in school with a lot of Africans, everything that we've said on here is true. I think they feel that we are lazy, we're uneducated, and we are uncultured. And I think for them, when they talk about us being lazy, they say this is a land of privilege and opportunity. I think they view it as, why don't we as Black Americans take advantage of all of these things? Why aren't you further than the next person? Why is it that I'm able to come here and I'm able to start from ground up? We value your education system more than what you do. So I think there's always I don't agree with it, but when we talk about why they say these, I think context is important because their perception of us many a times is what they see on television. They idolize the white man because when they're watching TV, they see them being in these high positions. They're leaders, they're the politicians. When they see us, they're seeing us as entertainers, we're athletes, or we're doing criminal activities. So when they come here and they look at us like, oh, I guess what I see on TV is real.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was a good summary. What chaotic? What did Alex say that was wrong?
All I heard from Alex was
with my
pacifier.
And the person who took the L.
Insane, lady. Are you really gonna say that Black Americans have no culture? Are you?
I never said that. No. Be clear. Turn on your listening ears. I never said the Black.
You said white. You said other people have said that. And ma'am.
Yes,
you
sir.
know. Okay, can I speak now? I was making faces. I wasn't cutting you off. I was making faces.
Because if you're going to
Black Americans,
repeat me.
Black American culture is the most copied culture in the African diaspora.
I'm not agreeing with you.
I know you're not, ma'am. But ma'am, let's be completely honest.
My name is here. It's Alex. You can just say that. You don't have to, ma'am. Thank you.
Wow.
Normally, I say ma'am to older women. You know, are you a 21-year-old girl? So
Yeah.
don't you want the respect?
Wow.
The respect of an older woman, a woman who's. Don't you want
Now
that kind of
you're being
respect?
extra. You're looking
I'm being nice by saying ma'am.
You didn't win it with Mike. The chat wasn't going in your favor when people were saying you took Well,
because the chat doesn't understand
no.
how the trading companies work.
Okay.
Don't get him, Alex. Don't get him started, man.
Alex, can I finish, please, sweetheart? Can I finish, ma'am? You have created this in your head. You have never met every white. You've never met every black. You've never met every Indian. You can't sit up here and say they think we don't have no culture, even though you didn't really sound like that. You don't know that. You don't know that if there are not white people who cherish black culture. There are white kids that I could argue indifference. When I was a kid growing up in the 90s, there were white kids who were doing the moonwalk. There were white kids who admired almost everyone. You already know sports. Yeah, white kids, they'd throw a little paper thing in the basket. Kobe, you have culture, and there's nothing to be ashamed about, even if it's sports or entertainment. Sports and entertainment are billion-dollar industries. So there's nothing to even be shameful. It's nothing to be ashamed, even if people see you as that. Ma'am, you're creating this in your head. You blacks are victimizing yourselves. You're casting spells on yourself, ma'am. There are white kids who admire. Lady, my first job out of college, I was a probation officer. It was a crap job. I'll admit that. There was a white lady there. She was like 30-something. She had a picture of Martin Luther King. You know, she used to say, "This is my homeboy right here. I love Dr. King." Ma'am, people cherish your culture. You just don't know it because you've created this victim mindset, and you need to get out of that. And I'm not gonna let you, some first American Jamaican, tell these Black Americans who've been here for 100 years they're downtrodden. I gotta give you some
shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
So go speak patois somewhere else. Go ahead.
Yo, Mary, they want me to get you.
Go ahead, Mary.
I don't know why, because apparently I'm not black according to the chat. So.
No, that's what they saying in the chat.
I don't got no say apparently because I'm not black. Somebody asked, was I Native American? Like what?
All right, well then let's do this then. All blacks ain't black. How about mixed people?
If they have black, then yes, they black. They can be black too. My thing is, why do I have to pick a side? I am 50% Puerto Rican. I am 50% black. Why can't I support both? Why can't I represent both? And why do I have to pick a side?
Before we get started with this conversation, can we please make a clear distinction or put a definition of ethnicity versus race? Can we please?
What is it? Go.
No, I'm asking, can we put it up here? Because I'll find and I'll put it in here. And I say that because there are Puerto Ricans that are black, just like there are Puerto Ricans that are white, in all different ethnic groups. When I think of ethnic groups, I think of where is your country of origin? Your country of origin. Is your family from Puerto Rico? Okay, great. But if you're in Puerto Rico, they also have black Puerto Ricans. They have white Puerto Ricans. If you are from, I don't know, Trinidad, you've got black Trinidadians and you've got the Asian Trinidadians. So can we please, before we get into this conversation, because this drives me crazy, there's a difference between race and ethnicity. So when I think about people saying mixed, I think about mixed race. Or are we just speaking about mixed?
Well, you're saying ethnicity. You mean nationality? Because the nation from you're from is what you might be addressing. So if you're from the nation of Puerto Rico, okay, cool. But the ethnic group you are from, right? So maybe it's nationality is what you're trying to talk about. Because we're all American, right? But what's our ethnic group? What's our race, right?
The ethnicity, your ethnic group is different than what your race is. Y'all correct me.
Well, there's only a few. So what is race? Is race like Mongoloid, Negroid, and Caucasoid?
I think it's like black, white, Hispanic, Asian. And
I don't think Hispanic is one, but I'll look it up. Sorry, man.
Let's break it down. So we ain't talking. See, yeah. So what Alice saying? Okay, yeah. You keep saying Puerto Rican, but the point is that. But that's still a point, though, ain't it?
But I say that because her mother. I mean, I know what Mary's mom looks like, right? So when I see Mary's mom, I think, okay, she's a Black Puerto Rican. Her father is also Black American. So when she says she's mixed, to
Black
me,
Puerto Rican, like, what do you mean? Like the Taino Indians?
she looks like a Black woman to me.
What I'm saying, are you saying she's a Taino Indian? Like, is that what you're saying? Like Taino Puerto Rican or Spaniard? Because that's the differentiation you made.
Okay, so Taino.
Okay, because I think Puerto Rico and Taino are I think they're synonymous. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong.
I consider myself Black because my father is Black, of course, full Black. My mother is Puerto Rican, but she was raised in America, primarily around Black people. My mother's not from, the island. Her mother is, but my mother wasn't born in the island. My mom was born in Jersey. You get what I'm saying? So to me, I was raised around Black culture on both ends, even though my mother is Puerto Rican.
I don't know. I don't know.
When people look at me, people do not, regardless what certain people may think that know that I am Puerto Rican, when people look at me, I get asked all the time, like, are you mixed? Like, they can tell that I'm Black, but they're asking what I'm mixed with. You get what I'm saying? So Black is usually the initial thing that people see when they look at me.
Mike, what you think?
That's a tough one. Because I don't want to be a gatekeeper of Blackness. Honestly, it comes down to how mixed people identify. I think you have a privilege of saying you could be Puerto Rican tomorrow. Nobody's going to question you. You can be Black tomorrow, and few people will question you, but you can choose. And I think that's just tough. In Mary's case, I won't have any question, but in like an Amber Rose, I would question her saying that she's Black, or like Mariah Carey, I would question her saying that she's Black. Same with Tiger Woods. When he said he wasn't Black, I actually didn't have a problem with that. So it's tough for mixed folks.
Okay. So are you with the one drop rule?
No.
Okay. So if somebody has a mother's grandmother that was Black, they ain't Black.
Nah, because you got people that use their ancestry in me and say they're like 12% Nigerian, and that somehow makes them Black, and so which is nonsense.
Okay. What say you, Isha?
I agree with the one drop rule. You Black, you Black. Mix anything with Black, it's Black.
One drop make you Black?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. That's it. Simple as that. Simple as that. You ain't doing no arguing about it.
I don't have no argument. Argued out. If you mix anything with Black, you're gonna get Black.
Okay. Have you seen Blake Griffin's son?
No, I haven't.
You couldn't tell he was Black if it was written on his forehead. So how does that compute to you?
He's still Black, just like the people back in the day that passed as white. They were still Black.
Or were they white?
They were Black.
But were they white though?
Their skin color maybe, but they were Black.
And their hair?
They were Black.
And they got like red ginger freckles.
They were Black.
But how'd you know?
It wasn't up to me to know. If they had one drop of Black in them, they were Black.
And that's all that mattered.
Black.
Okay.
Wow.
Bub, I seen you get an excited look on your face.
Bruh.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Bub. No. Can't hear you. I don't even think you're on mute. She hit the button. Dana, what you think? Dana looking like she tired of y'all shit.
I'm not looking like anything.
I can't hear you. Go ahead.
I used to subscribe to a drop, will make you black, but I don't think it really matters what we think, to be honest with you. I think it's just a matter of what society thinks and how they treat you. So you can identify as whatever you want. You can identify as a mixed race person. You can identify as, an African person who's not a Black American, but in the eyes of society, in the eyes of the people who are going to oppress you, abuse you, approve you for things or whatever, it is what you's a nigga. You're Black. If you look Black, then you Black. So it you can say you are whatever you are, and you can have love for and appreciate and your culture, whatever that is, and that's to be celebrated and encouraged. But along those lines, nobody really cares what you think that you are. It's like, and I don't want to take it here, but it's you say that you're a boy and you clearly look like a girl, or vice versa. It doesn't matter what you say or how you feel. It's how society views you, and that's how they're going to treat you.
Exactly.
True Impact with a $5 super chat. Mary, you made a distinction when CT was talking about bad African Americans. Mary said that she was different, that she was Puerto Rican.
Bruh. I was making a joke. You got to watch last episode.
True Impact was here for last episode.
Well, then he should know why I'm saying that. People say I'm not Black.
Can I hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, yeah. Getting back to what Isha was saying. Everything Isha just said, I said that shit last week, yo. Word. And if you look at this panel, right? Outside of CT, Mike, and maybe Mr. White, all of us are more of a lighter hue, don't you think? Me, Dana, you, Sis, Alex, Mary.
What's that mean, you think?
What does that mean? That mean each and every one of us might not be Black, considering the point y'all trying to make.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Chaotic and Mike and Adrian
Mike and I are the same complexion.
They might be more Black than us.
Mike and I are the same complexion in real life.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just seen that nigga 3 days ago. Now black and brown people come in all different shades. We didn't need white people to come in all different shades.
Yeah, I understand that, but to get back to not, what, I'm not even gonna say defending Mary, because I am defending Mary. If you look at Mary's complexion, shit, her Dana's complexion are similar. My complexion is similar with Mary's and Alex's. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, and just like Dana just said and Isha just said, however society looks at you as, that's what the fuck you are at the end of the day. Ain't no getting around it.
So now let me ask you a question. So let's just use a specific race, right? Because it's the easiest.
Yeah.
Black and white a man, black and white man. Yeah. Does he look different than a light-skinned Black man? Can you tell?
Can I tell? You know what? No. Nope.
Now, hold on now. Because if you start naming the athletes, you know who's mixed black and white. That's a fact. We know that these guys are black and white and not just black and light skin. You can tell there's a distinction.
Not all of them, not all of them.
Well,
that's not always true.
Nope. All don't mean all. Well, see, y'all saying all. Yeah, I understand. But the majority of them, you can tell. Like Pat Mahomes, you can tell. The niggas that play for the Sixers, even Steph don't look like they have different looks. It's a different tone in the skin.
You grew up with Jerron. He black and white. He looks black.
What are you saying?
Jerron is mixed.
You saying with the silk hair?
Yeah.
Right. Put him in a fucking bed. Get him out of here,
man.
Barry. Barry from PBF. Barry's mom is white from Germany. Barry is biracial, and it looks like you.
I can tell by his nails.
And that's because primarily.
Come on, man, y'all can't trip me up with this shit.
No, but honestly, primarily what your dad is what your features may take more on. If you notice, people with black fathers and white mothers look different than people with white fathers and black mothers. They don't look the same at all.
I don't even know. I don't know that.
You can get somebody that has a black father and a white mother more mixed up with a light-skinned full black man, versus if you look at somebody that has a white dad and a black mom, you can clearly distinct that this is somebody that's black and white.
That's interesting. I never looked that deep into it. I guess I got to see, because most of the athletes, their dads are black, so they have a look. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not saying that they're not black. I'm saying they have it's a different look, a different hue in the skin than just being light skinned.
But that's like Jerron. Jerron looked like a black man to me. You know what I'm saying? His dad.
You know him as such but if you drop that motherfucker in the middle of Texas, they're gonna know he mixed with something. See, it's also come from the culture too. Like if you drop somebody, go ahead.
They gonna think he's Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish or something. I don't know. Damn. So, sis, you got anything on this?
Nah, I said what I had to say. It's these three up here.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
They trying to prove that they fully black. I don't know why. I said what I had to say. I don't know. I'm done with it.
Sis, who trying to prove they fully black? Who?
No, not you. You just trying to prove it for what we already touched on. Alex, yeah. I knew he was gonna come up here and do that. Mary, I knew he was gonna try to figure it out.
Nobody's gonna prove they fully black though. And you can't take away the fact that I'm black because I'm 50% another race. You can't take away the fact that I'm still black. Spanish people don't think I'm Spanish because I don't fucking speak Spanish. Like
that's not good. Stop saying that.
It's the truth.
Hey, I got a question for sis.
Go ahead.
Sis, you ready?
What she did? She throw a shot at Alex too. So I gotta let Alex get her.
All right. Hey, yo,
I'm black. You need to defend that.
Go ahead.
Remember last week when you brought up Mary's hair? Remember that? Sis, I'm talking to you. Can you respond, please?
I can hear you. You see me looking at you. Don't play. Don't play.
Hold on.
Don't play.
Like
Don't play. I'm the wrong one. I'm the wrong one. Please don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm just saying, don't play with me. I'm the wrong one. You done went home, had some chit chats, and now you feel more prepared. I'm not playing with you today. I'm done with y'all.
Let him ask the question, sis. Let him ask the question.
Sis, my type of time, I don't have time to sit around and chit chat with motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Ask the questions, bub.
Sis, you got extensions in or weave?
All day.
You do?
All day. And
okay.
That's what we do because we have to, because our hair does not grow down. It grows like it grows because we are fully black. You understand that?
So you trying to look more Caucasian?
No. Yes, I look a little softer because under here I have locks.
So you want
I look a little
hair.
softer.
You don't want that natural.
Softer.
You don't want that natural
Bible, our hair was a curve.
Coarse look.
If you're fully, I don't like the natural coarse.
Why not?
So according but I don't like the coarse look. And
why not?
Because I look a little softer with what I got in. That's why I put this in. So what?
Okay, I'm off that.
So what? Okay, get off that then, nigga.
I'm off that. Oh, now she hit me with the N-word.
Went home and had a little chit chat. He know that girl here. He rubbing his fingers through at night. That shit is not nigga hair, and that's at the end of the day.
Chit chat with who about what? Don't turn your mic off, sis. Don't turn your mic off. You pro black, right? Huh? Don't turn your mic off.
Yo.
Wait, she said black people hair is like all black people got the same like coarse hair, or don't?
It's rough. If both of your parents are black, a real black is typically rough as hell. And if one of y'all disagree with me on that, you're full of shit.
Wow.
I'm about to say, wow.
Yo, shit do be rough, bro. And y'all, you go, Alex. You going in?
Alex, your hair rough? Huh?
I know y'all see these right here. Like, it's not gel down or nothing. Both of my parents in this picture, they black. Both of these people here, they're black.
But hey,
Shit like that.
Is
Shit like that.
your,
Shit like
is
that.
your hair rough though?
Yes.
It's rough and coarse.
Yes. Yes. That's why I don't wear my natural hair out, because I can't do the wash and go and think that my curls are going to be cute. No, it's not a thing.
Dana,
So
your
I
hair
don't
rough
know
and
what-
coarse? Your hair
I'm
rough
sorry,
and
what?
coarse, Dana?
No, my hair is coarse. It's not rough though. It's soft. It's soft and curly.
Issa, your hair rough and coarse?
It ain't rough.
I said it typically is. These niggas, y'all niggas know what I'm talking about. I don't know why y'all fretting.
Okay.
Y'all fretting
Okay.
for this
I'm off
thing
that.
right here. I don't get it.
I'm off that.
But it's all good. It's all good.
I'm off that.
But I think that there's a good point that you brought up, sis, and it's been said a couple of times on the panel tonight about being fully black or having two parents who are fully black or all the way black. What the fuck is that? And I'm not directing that at you individually, but I'm asking because we all know that, you know, if we're Black Americans anyway, that somewhere down the line, and probably not that far down the line, we mix with something somewhere. So I don't
Dana,
know.
you said what the fuck is that? Dana, you know what the fuck that is. I don't know why y'all up here act capping. I'm so confused. I'm
fully
so
black?
confused.
So
Yeah,
what is
I gotta
fully
go because I can't play this game. This shit's whack as fuck. I can't play this game. I can't play this
Well,
game.
well-
These people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
For those who play this game,
Do you mean black versus being biracial?
y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not gonna play this game with y'all.
I don't.
I don't.
Yes,
sis.
you do. Yes, you do.
If you have a black mom and a black father, is that not you being fully black? If both of my sets of my grandparents are fully black, does that not make me fully black?
Alex, is your mom black?
Yes.
Your dad is black?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you talking to me for?
We were asking you what is fully black.
what are you talking to me for then?
I'm
That's
asking
What are you talking to me?
Is
Why are you
Mary
talking
fully
to
black?
me?
She got a black mom and a black dad, but one.
Okay, so
is she
so
fully
she know
black?
what I'm talking about then.
Is Mary fully black?
No.
No.
That's
So
confusing.
No.
That's
So
what's
if Alex has two black parents, what the fuck is she asking me that question for?
I'm asking you because you first of all, you lumped me in the conversation of me and Mary. No, both of my parents are black.
I lumped you
Dana
because
asked-
I thought I overheard you say something about somebody being Polish and all that other shit.
No.
So okay, so I might have misspoke there. With that said, it is what it is. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. If both your parents are black, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So you just clarified it. And that's what we were asking.
So like I said, so back to Dana, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. If both your parents are black, that's what I'm talking about. I don't
know what you
get
mean.
why y'all so confused.
I know what you mean, but I think Mary's black. Her mom and
Well,
dad.
if you know what I mean, then why'd you say you don't know what the fuck I mean?
Because I want you to clarify it.
Okay, so but you know what I mean though. So stop playing. I
But
don't
doesn't
like to play
everybody
these
else-
games.
I don't think it was that.
At the end of the day,
cut and dry,
at the end
but
of
go
the
ahead.
day, Mary's not 100% black. We know that. That's it.
why is it on
You're
Mary?
not either. Is my point.
No, because the
Who's
thing
not either? Who's not either?
that I can be black, like it's
Who's
like
not either?
you
Who's not
discredit
either?
I am still black.
Who else is not fully black? What are you saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying is just getting that discredit
Who
because
else is not fully black on here?
consider.
She said you not fully black.
Listen, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all came.
You got all this smoke for us, but it's really directed toward Bubs. So don't take it out on us, okay? I'm not
Listen,
what y'all got
no,
going on.
You
got
This
all
don't
this
got
smoke.
you don't know
shit
what
for
the
me.
fuck.
I
This
said
is
what
know
I
what the
said.
fuck. I didn't like that. At the end of the day,
This
you know
don't
what
got
the
a
fuck I was
motherfucking
talking
thing
about.
for me. I'm telling you that right now. I said what I said.
Well, I think your parents. I hear that argument, Dana, and people seem to think there's some validity to it. Like everybody was raped, everybody was mixed. That's not. I don't think that's the case. Like I really don't. Like that you can almost pinpoint where breeding and all that other shit and I mean I think that's a misnomer. That's why niggas are always just niggas walking around talking about they Indian too. Because somehow we was crossbreeding with all Cherokee only.
Now I think that shit stopped in like the 80s. Who's still saying that, Ham?
Trust me, man. They out here talking about we Cherokee still. And I DJ'd on the reservation. The black Indians live on the reservation. It was black men going to the actual reservation, and the kids, the family still lived there. Like it's not this niggas in the middle of New York City talking about they Cherokee. Where are the Cherokee even from? Aren't the Cherokee extinct? Somehow we all Cherokee. Like this shit just don't make any sense. That we all was raped and molested. Sorry, go ahead.
But I feel like the best thing about Black people in general is we are ultimately really the only, I would say, race or whatever that everybody can look different. Like everybody's hair is not the same. Everybody's skin color not the same. Everybody's, face structures are not the same. Like we are the only group of people that actually have that within us. And I think that's the best part of it, because you can't just look at somebody and be like, oh, somebody that can be that's light as me or lighter than me and they're fully Black. You get what I'm saying? I've seen people that are fully Black with softer hair than me. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't think if somebody looks can count.
I think here's the annoying part, which Sis is articulating in a little bit heavy-handed way, is y'all are talking about outliers. Largely, we know Black people have coarse hair. I mean, it just is what it is. Look at chaotic shit. Alex, pull your shit back a little bit right here. You see how low? Look at my beard. Look at my shit. Right? Like you know what I'm saying? When the ladies come on with a hat, we know why. Right?
We know it because somebody got called 20 minutes before it was time to go on.
I didn't even say no name. See, you telling me yourself.
No. I already told your ass here.
Not me, Dana.
Remember?
Because I was putting my slave twist in
No,
when you
I
called.
talked to her earlier. But look at Adrian shit. We told him he should have been got a haircut.
Nah, my shit beautiful though. You know what I'm saying?
I sent Chaotic a $20 super chat 3 weeks ago because he needed a fucking haircut that bad. Then he started telling me I was being cheap because the haircut $50. I told that nigga,
put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
You know when Isha shit be wet and wavy? Her shirt be wet half the time because she just got finished putting that curl juice in that motherfucker. That's what happens, man. Like, because y'all saying like outliers, that's why it gets kind of annoying. Like, come on, we know the vibes. And then we know, okay, there's some mixing and rape, robbing, murder, whatever the case is. But you know good and well when a person has two Black parents, we have an understanding about that. I mean, like it just, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? But all they said, Mary, was that you're not fully Black, but you agree with that?
Yes, that's the truth. No,
But
the comments are saying I'm not Black.
Huh?
The comments are saying I'm not Black. That's what I'm laughing at.
But your premise is that you grew up immersed in Black culture and your father is Black.
Right. So like my first answer is always I'm Black. That to me naturally, that's my first answer every time. I don't go through the whiffs of being like, oh, I'm Black with such and such mixed with such.
No, I understand. Most people don't say I'm Black in this. They usually just identify what they're gonna identify as. Mm-hmm. Would you agree that if you grew up immersed in Latino culture, that you would identify as Latino?
Yeah, probably. I probably would. I probably would know it more, recognize it more, but to something that I can't really speak about, it's kind of, to me, it's real diluted. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what I look like, I don't really know much about them or that culture.
No, I understand. We had that breakdown before.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody's mixed, because it's not easy, so we just asking the question. Because if you remember, Chaotic can probably tell you, Alex was Jamaican 2 months ago. And she made Huh? I'm just saying you made sure to identify as just
My family is still black. They are Black Americans, Afro Caribbean. That's what they are.
Well, what I'm saying is, Mary, would you agree if somebody said you identified as being black?
Like, what do you mean? As in, like, I'm just saying that I'm black and I'm not really black?
Well, you identify. You black, yes. You Puerto Rican, a little bit.
And if they say black, yes. Am I mixed? Yes. I'm still gonna say that.
Okay. Because we got some people in the chat who are mixed descent or mixed race, sorry. So like Jaquin said, I've identified as mixed race and respect both sides of my lineage.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I feel like more people probably do what Mary does though. Especially with Isha running around talking about one drop make you black.
I think Jaquin lying.
You think so?
Bruh. When you're mixed, it's hard to unless you were born and raised in that equally, it's hard to identify with both. Like my mother's Puerto Rican, so she's been more on me about just knowing more and all that because of my kids. But that's not what she instilled in me growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like she's thinking about it now more as a kid, especially my daughter. My daughter, because my husband is fully black, my daughter is 75% black, 25% Spanish. She looks more Spanish than me. Her hair is silkier than mine, curlier than mine. She looks more Spanish than me. You get what I'm saying? So like my mom, wants me to relate that more when it comes to the kids, but that's not how I was raised.
Yeah. Plus, you don't speak Spanish like that. What the fuck you gonna tell them? Like that's important, man.
They don't. Spanish people don't look at me as Spanish.
And you saying like Hispanic, like Latino, right? Not like Spaniards.
Do you think that's a difference because you're in Florida?
No, I think anywhere. Like Puerto Ricans don't look at me and be like, "Oh, you're Puerto Rican." Like even Spanish people look at me like they're like, "What? You're Puerto Rican?" Like that's how Puerto Rican people look at me. Like, "What? You're Puerto Rican? I didn't know. I thought you were black." That's it. Like they isolate themselves even more from me than black people do.
If you spoke Spanish, though, it'd be a little different.
You know what else they say about if your aunt had a dick, she'd be your uncle. That's motherfuckers. But I'm mad that you don't speak Spanish, though. I agree with Bob. It would be a little different, I'm sure. But again, you know why? Because those Latino people are pro Latino or Latinx, whatever you're supposed to say. Just like Mike was saying, and it comes with a discriminatory element. Mr. Britt with a $5 super chat. Stop the cap. You used to tell them dusty dudes back in the day you were Puerto Rican and black. We've heard that line from mixed girls. Heck, even if not. Yeah. Yeah. So did you should tell them you black and Puerto Rican to get that exotic notch on your belt?
Growing up, nobody questioned if I was anything.
Hold on, Mary. You just said they used to like you a little better.
I'm saying that. I'm saying as an adult, my adult years and all that. Yes. I got a problem with every race except black men.
Huh?
I've always had a problem with every race of people except black men. Black men are the only ones that have never given me a problem. Spanish people, I get racism from Spanish people. Black women got issues with me. White people got issues with me. Like I've never had an issue with black men.
Okay. Gary Grant with the $5 super Canadian dollars. We did not start using the term black until the 60s. Before we were all Negroes. There was one race, human, 3 ethnicities: Caucasoid, Negroid, and Mongoloid. I tried to bring that up earlier, but somebody shot me down. Mr. Grant, we appreciate you. I don't know. I just feel like that shit might be hard for mixed kids, boy. I could see how that shit could be difficult. So I don't know if I'll be listening to Adrian.
You said you want to be listening to who?
You.
Why?
Sleep white, talk black. Everything's good.
What do you mean? On the last episode, I was the one who even talked about how difficult it was for. Oh, you talking about making it? My bad. It went over my head.
Nah, no worries.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Especially Alex, do what you want and all that dumb shit. Nobody ain't thinking about the kids though.
What do you mean? I didn't say none of that. All we were talking
No,
about
Alex.
being
Alex. I switched to Alex.
Big bits and pieces, like I didn't say other stuff. Don't do that.
That's what he's doing.
All the time to fit his narrative. Cut it out.
I'm just saying, you said what you said. Man. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Man, that shit really got me thinking. Cause I got some nieces and nephews that are mixed. I'm like, man, I can just imagine. Like my niece, I think she hang out with the bad kids on purpose. I figure out why though. You know what I mean? Damn. That got me thinking. Listen, man, it's been an awesome show. Hit that like button, please, if you can. That helps the channel the most. Hit all the links in the description. DirectionCYOP.com. Is that a hat, Bub?
Nah, this ain't one of my joints, but
Word.
I got the shirt on.
Well, hit the link. Yeah, the unrestricted joint. Hit the link for all the latest merch. Subscribe to the Apple Podcast. Hit the link for the Indeed merch. I think Mary got her shirt on. Is that Mary?
Nah, I don't got it. I got this. Might be risky today.
Yeah, that's my.
Yeah, that shirt. This shirt. You said my shirt.
Bruh.
This ain't mine.
Yeah, she got the shit like that shirt, man. This is an awesome topic, man. A lot more to think about for sure. I don't really fuck with Jerry Springer, but I do like one of his constructs. Isha. Final thought.
Anything mixed with black is black, and the mixed kids are the bad kids.
Word. Bub.
Yeah, I'm going along with what Isha just said. I said that shit last week. And if Africans don't fuck with us, hey, it is what it is. Half of us don't fuck with us. Let's get it.
Word. Dana.
Let's see. Don't be so caught up in what's black and what's not, what's white mixed and what's not. Just uplift and support your community, your black community, and more importantly, don't stand outside of people's rooms listening to them have sex. Just watch porn like a normal person.
Word. Mr. White.
Hey, yo, shout out to my boy Mike, man. He beat the shit out of Chaotic tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
How I see it, man. I call it how I see it, but that was masterful, Mike. You even dropped some things that's gonna get me to sit back and talk about some things. So I definitely enjoyed the conversation. If you black, we all black. We all go through different things. So let's make sure we are still accepting each other. Always love. That's it. That's it. Shout out to my boy Mike again, though, man. Mike for president, man.
I'm telling Gunny you turned on him. Word. Sis.
I said what I said. I'm sticking to it. Shout out to the Asians for making weave. I love it. Appreciate them for all of that. Outside of that, have a good night.
Word. Mike.
It's okay to be pro-black in 2023. You don't have to be afraid to say it. And everybody's an expert until you meet somebody that knows the topic.
Word. Alex.
I'm pro-black. Both of my parents and grandparents are black, and I identify with being Black American and also being Jamaican.
Word. TT.
Shareholders of public companies have certain rights, such as voting on significant matters, electing the board of directors, in receiving important information about the company's performance. Shareholders can influence the company through their voting rights and engagement in shareholder meetings. Did you guys hear that? Here, I'm not done yet.
Bruh.
Let me calm down real quick. Let me calm down. Okay. Sorry about that. Again, the public can dictate how a company is ran. Not just the public, but other outside sources or entities such as ESG. Look at what ESG has done to many companies. Look, that's why so many companies now have turned woke, because of ESG ratings. Now, I don't know. I heard what Mike said. He said until you meet somebody who knows the subject. Mike, let me tell you something, sir. You don't know Sundar. You ain't playing basketball with my boy who beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1, who was on the board of directors of Google. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Sir, you ain't fooling me. You ain't fooling me, Mike. You listen, man. I ain't saying that you ain't in some high profile position, but man, you ain't having regular meetings with Sundar. You and I both know who Sundar is. You ain't meeting with them. You didn't beat me tonight because I know how publicly traded companies work. I've been trading stocks for many years. I'm a retail trader, but I've been trading stocks for many years, sir. Stocks, stock options. I've made major money dealing in call options. I know how it works. So yes, if I'm a major shareholder, I can dictate, hey man, listen.
Can I finish this final thoughts?
I thought that's what final thoughts were for, but
God.
And by the way, you didn't ask me, this might be risky, about what my thoughts were about the whole what is black or not. You forgot me, and no, I don't believe light skin or mixed people are black at all. No, I don't believe that at all. But that's my final thoughts, though. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
All right, so they ain't black at all.
No, you're not black. No, the only people who are black on this panel are me, Mike, and Mr. White. Let's be completely honest, man.
Oh my goodness.
No, let's be completely honest. Let's be completely honest.
My goodness.
Listen, we gotta stop with this.
But me and Mike and I are the same complexion.
Oh, okay. Well, and you're Bantu. Other than that, no, you're that one drop rule is bullshit. That mixed thing is bullshit. I'm a staunch racist. I believe that either you're black, either you're white, or either you're Oriental. I even think East Indians are black. It's a skin tone thing. It's a color thing. It is a facial feature thing, man. And a lot of these people walking around are cosplaying as black people, man. I have a lot of friends who are light complected, and I constantly remind them, you ain't black, man.
What are they? What are we? Got it?
Huh?
What are we?
You're like a quadroon or something. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You're like a quadroon. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're a quadroon. You're like a quarter or a third or a fifth. I don't know what a quadroon is. I think it's a fifth. You're like a fifth or a sixth. You're not really black. Me and Mike and Mr. White and Ham are black, man. We can go to mommy Africa. We can go to
shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
You know, Mary, Alex. You know. You guys are cool people. Cool people, but y'all ain't really black for real. Let's be honest.
How about Isha?
Oh, stop! Come on, man. No, Isha looks Oriental in the face, man. She probably somewhere in her ancestry is some sort of Oriental down. Isha, it's possible. Somewhere in your bloodline, it's probably some Orientals.
But me and Mr. White are first cousins. We have the same.
Again, somewhere in your bloodline is Orientals. I don't know. First cousins. I don't know. It's 12 at night, so my brain's working. So I don't know, man.
Chaotic. This nose ain't black.
But no offense, man. I don't really see a Negro when I see you. Now I know I've called you Negro, but it's like, and I'm being for real. It's like, why does everybody claim that they're black? I can't take that anymore. It's like, oh, I'm black. Oh, I'm black. No, you're like a mulatto. There's something wrong with that.
I think it's because you keep calling us you blacks, you Negroes, you black ass Negroes, you monkeys, you all of this shit.
Now wait a minute. Now you're out of line here. I never called you guys monkeys. I never said that. Now come on. Now you're out of line. I never said
it was the students, Dana, that he referred to as monkeys.
And it was the bad students, and they were behaving like monkeys. What do monkeys do? They were howling.
You call yourself an ape every fucking week.
I am an ape, ma'am. Science says that we are a great apes, right?
Hey, they leave that man alone.
Can we finish, Amp?
I ain't saying shit else.
That was my last word, though. Salute to you, Mike.
Right.
Salute to you, Mary. Aisha says, Mr. White 06.
Gotta get Mary.
Dana, Bub, Hamp. What's up? Go ahead, guys.
No doubt. Let me get Mary. Mary, final thought.
This nigga is draining.
I'm draining.
Oh, what I was gonna say. If motherfuckers out here choosing their own gender, I can choose a priority side.
Good point.
Okay, if these people can walk around and choose if they man or female, regardless what they was born, I'm black.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Can I ask Mary something real quick? Okay, Mary. Well, since
no, I don't want to answer.
Well, you don't have to answer then. How about this? Since you can choose to be black, well, I'm gonna choose to be Tyson Beckford. Okay. Dana, do I look like Tyson Beckford?
You should choose to be tall if you're gonna choose anything.
Okay, I'm out of here. I don't want to be assaulted. Hey guys, have a good one. Peace. Yep. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, this been awesome, man. I think you are what your father is. I think that makes it a lot more simple for some of you niggas who's confused. I think Chaotic has a point with features. Although, make no mistake, we come in many shades, regardless of white people ever having met us. So, Chaotic big head ass don't got the monopoly on the definition for sure. But nah, man, it's been interesting. Yeah, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and we out.